Hello, everyone. So, in these series of sessions, I am going to talk about basics of financial planning. If we look at last 1 year, primarily during these COVID times, I think COVID has taught all of us a lot of interesting things. And one of the most interesting things which I have learned, and perhaps few of us, doesn't matter how stable job you have, doesn't matter how flourish business you have, you can never predict the future. So without wasting any time, let's get started. And before that, as I have put on the slide as a disclaimer, all these views are my own views, personal views, and I will still request each one of you to do some thorough research or at least basic research before you invest something. So let's get started. Basics of financial planning. Now, before we jump into the specifics, let us try to understand why is it required. हमको financial planning क्यों करनी है? So let us try to understand couple of expense components जो हम रोजमर्रा की जिंदगी में हम लोगों के पास है. And I'm going to speak a mix of Hindi and English so that it is easy for everybody. Education, undergraduate. तो अगर मैं बात करूं 2010 की 2010 approximate अंडर ग्रेजुएशन कॉस्ट वाज 3 to 4 lakhs. आज की तारीख में in 2021 average 3 to 4 year graduation cost is 6 to 8 lakhs rupees, which is approximately 6% increment year on year. After 10 years, 2030 में, the same undergraduation cost will be approximately 15 lakhs. It includes your tuition fee, accommodation, rent, logistics and all, which I'm sure it's going to happen. हम लोग अगर पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन एजुकेशन की बात करें and I am going to take example of IIM Ahmedabad, one of the premier institutes in India. In 2010, IIM Ahmedabad की फीस approximately 13.7 lakhs थी. Today, average 2 year course fee in IIM Ahmedabad is approximately 23 lakhs, which is 5.3% increment year on year. आज से करीब 15 साल बाद after 15 years in 2035 any premier institute fees for post graduation such as IIM Ahmedabad will be approximately 50 lakhs. So as I mentioned earlier, all views are personal and future figures are extrapolated based on the past figures, considering the inflation rate and increment in the past years. Healthcare, very, very important. And I think कोविड ने कम से कम हम सबको ये समझा दिया कि दवाई में मेडिकल में अच्छा कैसा पैसा खर्चा होता है. So let's see the figures and these are actual figures. Average claim in 2010 as per the IRDA website was 23,000 only in 2010. When I say average claim, it is the basic hospitalization, खांसी जुकाम बुखार की वजह से अगर किसी को हॉस्पिटल जाना हो, 2-4 दिन में आदमी डिस्चार्ज हो गया, उसका एवरेज पैसा 23,000 रुपीज लगता था 2010 में. Major claim in 2010 was approximately 1,35,000. मेजर क्लेम मींस कोई आपकी सर्जरी हुई है, कोई कॉम्प्लेक्स ट्रीटमेंट है, आपको हॉस्पिटल में ज़्यादा टाइम के लिए रुकना है, इट नीड्स प्री मेडिकल प्री हॉस्पिटलाइजेशन एंड पोस्ट हॉस्पिटलाइजेशन एक्सपेंसेस एज वेल, तो उसका अप्रोक्सीमेटली 1,35,000 1,35,000 was the average cost. If we talk today and medical is having on an average 15% year on year expense increment. In 2021 as we are speaking today, average hospitalization cost is 70-90K. And I think during COVID times it was shot up significantly exponentially, but we are still talking about average. And average major claim in 4 to 5 lakhs. And as I spoke earlier, major claim means any heart surgery, any complicated surgery, any complications जिसमें आपको हॉस्पिटल में ज़्यादा दिन रुकना पड़ सकता है. 4 से 5 लाख रुपए आराम से खर्च हो रहे हैं. आई एम श्योर एवरीबडी विल एग्री टू दैट. 15 साल बाद आफ्टर 15 years, my hypothesis says average claim will cost around 5 to 7 lakhs and major claims will cost around 40 to 45 lakhs. It is a big expense, unpredicted. Nobody can predict कि कब कौन कहाँ कैसे बीमार होगा, but this is what it is. Another interesting thing जो हमारी इंडियन सोसाइटी में है मैरिज शादी. नाउ वन ऑफ द थिंग्स, शादी में कुछ लोग 2 लाख रुपए भी खर्च कर रहे हैं, कुछ लोग 50 लाख भी खर्च कर रहे हैं, कुछ लोग 2 करोड़ भी खर्च कर रहे हैं. सो देर इज नो स्टैंडर्ड बेंचमार्क, बट स्टिल इफ आई टॉक अबाउट इन 2010, 6 to 8 lakhs rupees एवरेज मैरिज एक्सपेंस. कम है, ज्यादा है, आई विल लेट एवरीबडी टू डिसाइड एज पर देयर स्टैंडर्ड्स एंड एक्सपेंसेस. 6 से 8 लाख रुपए में शादी हो रही है 2010 में. 10 साल बाद आज की तारीख में 2020-21 के आसपास एवरेज शादी एक फैमिली की 12 से 15 लाख रुपए में हो रही है. 12 to 15 lakhs पर मैरिज. This is what I'm assuming. If things go like this, approximately after 20 years, 2040, 2045 में 50 lakhs rupees average, including all your jewelries, दावत, आना जाना, रहना खाना. So approximately 50 लाख रुपए we can assume that it will cost you in 2040. Now, these are the major components of expenses for any average family. Now, if we talk about today, and I'm taking one hypothetical example, Mia Bibi do bache, one husband is there 35 years old, one wife 32 years old. They have a son 7 years and daughter 3 years. This is the family I am talking about. Intentionally, I have not included senior citizens, but in case you are staying with your senior citizens, that then the expenses will definitely vary. Now let us talk about few headers here. Basic health care and education. And I'm going a bit conservative here. In reality, the expenses will definitely more than this. In few cases, it might be less than this, but I'm talking about average expenses for any average middle class family, lower middle class family. So as I mentioned earlier, views are personal, 1 to 1.5 lakhs rupees. That is the basic healthcare, which will include schooling for your kids and very basic health care in case you have to go through any सर्दी खांसी जुकाम एक साल में. So that this is the annual figure. Gadgets, electronic equipments, vehicles. You are having a car, you are having a two-wheeler, उसका maintenance, petrol, diesel खर्चा. Gadgets, 2 to 3 years every time you are changing your mobile. 4 to 5 years you are changing any television, refrigerator, washing machines. You need to upgrade yourself. Bare minimum on an average per annum 50,000 रुपीज, 50,000 रुपये आई थिंक हम लोग आराम से खर्च कर रहे हैं एक साल में. Foods, clothes, utility bills, your electricity, your internet, everything, mates and other expenses. I am assuming in 1 year, let's say 1 lakh rupees to 1.5 lakhs rupees, 10 से 12,000 रुपए महीने हम लोग खाने पे, कपड़ों पे, बिल्स पे, मेट्स पे, अदर एक्सपेंसेस पे, जो रोजमर्रा के हमारे खर्चे हम उस पे खर्च कर रहे हैं. Rent or EMIs. If you are staying in a rented apartment or if you are staying your own apartment but paying the home loans EMI, approximately 15 to 80,000 rupees per month or 20,000 rupees per month, which comes around 2 to 2.5 lakhs rupees. And travel and entertainment, which includes your weekends dinners or movies, or you are taking a vacation once a year. If you are staying away from your parents, you are going to meet them at least once or twice a year, attending any marriage or gifts and all. So approximately 1 lakh rupee. I know if you are taking one vacation a year and if it is international vacation, 1 lakh rupee is not good enough, but approximately. So if I sum all these things, average cost of living for a family, husband, wife, 2 kids, आज की तारीख में in 2021, that is 50,000 per month. 6 से 7 लाख रुपए इस साल हम लोग easily खर्च कर रहे हैं. If your kids are going to expensive schools, then it is definitely much more than this. If you are changing your mobiles frequently, if you are having a lavish lifestyle, if you are taking international trips, then of course this is much more than that. आज से 15 साल बाद, approximately in 2035, the bare minimum monthly expense which you need is going to be 1.25 lakhs per month, 1.25 लाख रुपए महीने. And after 10 years of that, considering the inflation and all the upgradation in the living lifestyle, in 2045, I believe you will need 2.5 lakhs rupees per month to maintain this lifestyle. Of course, the key components may change, may vary, and we are going to talk about that in the next slide, but I'm talking about average here. Now, let us have a quick view what is going to happen in next 25 years for this family. अगले 25 साल में इस फैमिली के साथ क्या क्या बड़े चीजें होने वाली हैं. आई एम अज्यूमिंग दैट यू हैव योर ओन हाउस टू स्टे. बुढ़ापे में आपके पास खुद का घर एक है रहने के लिए. आज 2021 है. अगले 10 साल में उनका बेटा 7 ईयर से 17 साल का 17 ईयर्स हो जाएगा and he will be going to graduation college. This cap sign, I am talking about graduation. The daughter will be going to school. After 5 years of that, the kid will be going to post graduation. He might be doing MBA, he might be doing MTech or BTech or any medical course or chartered accountants or lawyer, or for that matter any job of his hobby. We do not know, but approximately he might be doing post graduation. Daughter will be going to graduation. After 5 years of that, your son will get married. Congratulations. And your daughter will be doing post graduation. After couple of years, in 5 years, your daughter will get married. And in next 25 years, this husband will hit 60, 62, and he will get retired. So these are the major events for this family in next 25 years. Basis these two slides, if I provide a quick graphical view, this is how it looks like. आज की तारीख में cost of living हमारी 6 लाख रुपए 7 लाख रुपए साल है, approximately 50,000 rupees per month. In 2030, son is going to college, including that of course it has been averaged out and on pro rata basis, approximately you might need a lump sum amount of approximately 26 lakhs. In 2035, daughter is going to college, son is doing the post graduation, and including your cost of living, you might be needing 75 lakhs. In 2040, your son is getting married, your daughter is doing post graduation, and including your cost of living, you might be needing approximately 1.1 to 1.2 crores. And in 2042, you need to have your daughter marriage and cost of living, you need approximately 1 crore. Now here I'm assuming that your son is well employed, he is not dependent on you, and hence the average cost has come down. If that is not the case, then you are in big soup. And in 2045, you are retired, you do not have income, you need to have a corpus जिसके इंटरेस्ट पर आप अपनी जिंदगी गुजर बसर कर सकें. And as per my calculation, you will need approximately 3.5 to 4 crores rupees जिसका इंटरेस्ट आएगा, जिसका ब्याज आएगा, और उससे आपकी जिंदगी आगे चलती रहेगी. This is a quick snapshot of 25 years. सवाल ये है कि आज से 20-25 साल बाद ये पूरा ग्राफिकल व्यू के हिसाब से इतना पैसा क्या हम लोग जोड़ रहे हैं, क्या हमने अपनी पूरी प्लानिंग की है? अगर नहीं की है, then I think this is the good time to start. It's never too late. And as I mentioned earlier, views are personal and future figures are extrapolated based on the past assumption. So in this consideration, in next few slides, what I'm going to cover, I'm going to cover key investments. Be it equity, when I say equity, these stocks and mutual funds, I am not going to recommend any stocks for you. That depends on many factors, but I am going to talk about why and how does it help. We will talk about fixed income products जिसमें स्टैंडर्ड हमारे पास इंटरेस्ट आता है, पीपीएफ्स हुए, एफडीज हुए, अदर इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स. वी विल टॉक अबाउट कमोडिटीज, फॉर एग्जांपल गोल्ड और सिल्वर, वेरी कॉमन कमोडिटीज. हम लोग रियल एस्टेट की बात करेंगे, घर खुद का चाहिए, हमको किराए पे लेना चाहिए, ईएमआई कैसे आती है, हम लोग कैसे सेव कर सकते हैं टैक्स अपना. हम लोग इंश्योरेंस की बात करेंगे, बोथ हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस एंड लाइफ इंश्योरेंस, वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. हम लोग डिटेल में इसके बारे में बात करेंगे. We will talk about tax planning a bit. Of course, the tax rules change year on year and there is no standard list. However, we will talk about tax planning. And one of my favorites, specific do's and don'ts. क्या आपको करना चाहिए, क्या आपको नहीं करना चाहिए, क्या आपको कर्ज में डूबना चाहिए, क्या आपको बाहर घूमने फिरने के लिए जाने के लिए लोन लेना चाहिए. So we will talk about specific do's and don'ts which may help you and all of us in our personal financial planning. So with that note, I am going to end my first session, and there is a small exercise for all of us. The exercise is the next 25 years, whatever expenses you have for yourself, it is only you and you who can decide. मुझे नहीं पता कि आपको अपने बच्चों की लेविश शादी करनी है, आपका एक बेटा है, एक बेटी है, कितने बच्चे हैं, आपके पास घर है कि नहीं है, आपके बच्चे कहाँ पढ़ेंगे, कैसे पढ़ेंगे, आप कितने साल में रिटायर होंगे, everybody is different. So one of the exercise which we all need to do, go to this slide and do this planning for next 25 years, that what are the key activities in your life in next 25 years, कितना पैसा आपको चाहिए. There are multiple tools available. You can Google and easily find, and otherwise you can do this planning in on a piece of paper and Excel sheet. There are multiple easily available softwares. So, and in case you need some help, please put a comment. I can definitely help you with that. अगले 20 से 25-30 सालों में आपको किन किन चीज़ों के लिए क्या क्या पैसा चाहिए, what are the key components where you will need money and how much money you need. Do a rough calculation and then we will start the second session. So with that note, we will close this. Hope आपको ये session अच्छा लगा होगा. Please put the comment and watch out for the part 2 of this series. Thank you so much.